Canva presents stories to keep you up at night. It was an ordinary workday until...
The Singapore presentation is at 3 a.m.
The office was shocked.
But that's when we sleep.
Maya made it less scary with Canva.
I'll just record my presentation so Singapore can watch it anytime.
Record and present anytime with Canva presentations at canva.com. Designed for work.
You're listening to a Mint podcast brought to you by HT Smartcast.
Good morning, listeners. Welcome to Top of the Morning by Mint, your weekday newscast that brings you 5 major stories from the world of business. It's Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. My name is Nelson John. Let's get started.
Top of the Morning by Mint.
The Indian stock markets trended upwards on Tuesday. Sensex and Nifty gained about 0.5% each in yesterday's trading session. That was a welcome news for Indian equity investors, who suffered through a string of loss-making sessions last week. That is all due to VIX. No, not the cough drop. VIX is an indication of the fear in the market sentiment. If the markets are up, VIX is down, as there is less fear of volatility in the market. Last week, the market took a turn for the worse as the result of the general election stoked fear among investors. VIX has been at a 19-month high of late, and investors want to book their profit in case of an unexpected result on June 4th. Sahgal writes a detailed explainer on why the elections are causing such instability across Indian equities. When the government launched the Open Network for Digital Commerce, or ONDC for short, it was supposed to be a game changer. A year and a half later, only one segment has actually seen some noted disruption: food delivery. Mobility, especially auto rickshaw rides, are also doing well. But the rest of the apps haven't made ONDC their home just yet. As Soumya Ramasubramanian writes, apparel, electronics, and other e-commerce ventures haven't fared well on ONDC. Even its success story, food delivery, did roughly 10 million orders as opposed to 100 million between Zomato and Swiggy. ONDC was once heralded as the next possible success story after UPI. That comparison pales heavily today. Will ONDC be able to pick up some momentum soon? If you have friends in the West, you probably would have gotten some spectacular pictures of the sky from them. Social media was full of colorful skies last week, delighting many. But they were the result of a solar flare on the surface of the sun. This phenomenon can hurt power infrastructure, communications, and disrupt navigation. The pretty aurora borealis can thus disrupt our lives as we know it. Shobik Das explains this occurrence, their severity, and how we can defend ourselves from a solar flare's negative effects. Godrej property is a landmark in India, both in terms of its name and the real estate business. It has a market cap of 78,400 crore rupees, but its beginnings were quite humble. When it listed publicly in December 2009, it raised 469 crore rupees, double of its revenue. But today, Godrej property rakes in more than 22,000 crore rupees as an annual revenue. Its shares have increased by 239% in the last 5 years. There is one man from the Godrej family who can take credit for making its real estate arm as successful as it is today: Pirojsha Godrej. Godrej now competes with DLF, Prestige, and Macrotech in the real estate market. Madhurima tries to answer a burning question: what next for Godrej Properties? We were supposed to get Teslas on the Indian roads. Instead, we got Tesla in the Indian courts. Recently, Tesla filed its first lawsuit in India against a battery seller named Tesla Power India. The Elon Musk-headed Tesla made this aggressive move to protect its brand and name. Krishna Yadav explains the rationale behind this move, which is the latest in the series of international brand protecting their likeness in India. Interestingly, as Krishna notes, the court's decision could set a precedent for future trademark infringement cases in India's growing electric vehicles market. We'd love to hear your feedback on this podcast. let us know by writing to us at feedback@theratelifemint.com. You may send us feedback, tips, or anything that you feel we should be covering from your vantage point in the world of business and finance. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with a fresh episode of Top of the Morning. Have a nice day.
Top of the Morning by Mint.
I'm Cindy Lauper. My psoriasis was all over, even on my scalp, which may mean 4 times the risk for psoriatic arthritis. But Cosentyx works on both.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis 300 milligram dose and adults with active psoriatic arthritis 150 milligram dose. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for TB. Serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and an increased risk of infections, some fatal, have occurred. Cosentyx may lower ability to fight infections, so tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen. Learn more at Cosentyx.com or 1-844-COSENTYX. Ask your doctor about Cosentyx.